Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Robert with Guitar Journeys. My apologies. I I got busy this morning playing my guitar, and I forgot I had a I forgot I had a live set up for the 11 o'clock. So I do apologize, guys. Do apologize. I excuse me. Yeah. I do apologize. Let me turn it around this way. There we go. Try to get my stand set up for y'all. Never had it setting up this high before. Uh-oh. Hang on. All right. That thing's kind of picky about that, ain't it? All right. Here we go. Hey, guys. Sorry about that, man. I had a live all set up for today at 11. And I forgot about it. I was busy playing my guitar. And kind of an off morning, man. I went to play my guitar, and I didn't realize that I drained the battery down on it by leaving it plugged in all night on the Acoustasonics. Hey, what's going on, Justin? On the Acoustasonic guitars, a lot of acoustic guitars, when you leave it plugged in overnight, it drains out the battery. So I went to go play my guitar this morning, and I got everything all set up, and my guitar wouldn't play. Kind of freaked me out at first. I'm like, what the heck's going on? My guitar's not playing. I'm feeding the dog, y'all. Dog's gotta eat, man. The guitar's gotta be played. The dog's gotta eat. That's how life goes, right? Come on, Frankie. Chow down, bud. My dog's getting kind of old. Used to be, if you threw down some food, he'd eat it, man, right away. Just snarf it up. No matter what you put down there, he'd eat it. Now he's getting a little bit old. He got to where he wouldn't eat dry dog food. He didn't like that at all. See, he didn't even eat it. He didn't even touch it. He went over there and smelled it and said, yuck, I ain't eating that crap. What's the name of the little fella? Frankie. You know, I got a story for everything, man. I got a story for everything. When I was doing my drain cleaning, I went to this old lady's house one day. I remember very well. I remember it very well because she had a crawl space, and the opening to the crawl space was in the hallway, and I had to go down into the crawl space and work on the pipe down there. And she had this little black dog. It was running around in there, and I was petting it. And I said, hey, lady, what's your dog's name? And she said, Freddie. And I said, that's a different kind of name for a dog. And she said, his name is Freddie the Freeloader. And I said, oh, that's pretty cool, man. I like that. So my wife, this was quite a few years later. I'd say at least 5 or 6 years later. My wife wanted to get a dog. And I said, okay, if you want to get a dog, we'll get a dog. And so we went out and we bought this dog. He's a schnauzer, a miniature schnauzer. So we went out and got him, and then we had to pick out a name for him. And I said, whatever you want to name him, I'm okay with it. Just pick out a name. We'll call him that. Well, her dad's name was Francisco. And she said, let's name him Francisco. And I said, yeah, that's a bit long for a dog. I could just hear me going, come on, Francisco, come on. And I said, how about Frankie? You know, make it short. How about Frankie? And she goes, yeah, that'll work. And I said, you like Frankie? And she goes, yeah. And I got to thinking about that old lady that had that dog named Freddie. And I said, hey, that's cool, man. Frankie the freeloader. So, and I'm a funny guy, right? I mean, I like to make jokes with everybody. I like to joke with everybody. So, I take him down to the vet, you know, because he get an ear infection or something. I take him down to the vet. And like the first time I took him in there, she goes, well, what's his name? And I said, Frankie the freeloader. And she just looked at me like, what the hell's your problem, man? People don't think my jokes as good as I do. You know what I mean? One time I was in there, and there was 3 or 4 people in there waiting, you know, to get their dog in. And that lady told me it was like $300 for his bill. She cleaned his teeth or something, you know, and it was expensive. And I turned around and I looked at those people and I said, would anybody like to buy a good used dog? Man, I tell you, everybody looked at me like I was losing it. You know, nobody gets my sense of humor. It was funny. You know, here I am trying to sell my dog, right? Man, nobody laughed. Everybody thought I was like losing my mind or being a big jerk or something. Hang on, y'all. I gotta let this dog outside. Get out of here. Go get a job. Well, that's just how I am, you see. That's just how I am, man. I think one of the things that I like to tell people, I say, hey, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right, okay? Because almost everything that you do, you should be able to have fun doing it. I mean, to a certain extent, right? Having a colonoscopy ain't fun. I just try to make fun of it. I've had a few of them. I mean, it's not the actual going in there and doing the colonoscopy because they put you to sleep. But it's the preparing for that thing, man. This is my last cup of coffee today, y'all. So we've been having a rainy week. It's been raining off and on. It's been actually a weird weather, man. It was down in the 60s most of the week. And it's been raining off and on. So my yard is growing quite a bit. It's up there a few inches. And as much as I hate to do it, I gotta go out and mow that grass. So I've been getting psyched up for it all morning. I drank a pot of coffee. I took a bunch of CBD oil. So yeah, man, I'm hyped up and a little bit buzzing. And I'm gonna go out and mow that grass. Whoa! I about dropped these all over the place. But yeah, I thought about hiring somebody to mow the grass. That's how much I like doing it. But I know if I hire somebody, I don't know. They're either not going to do it right or they're going to charge me too much. And then my wife's going to say, why the heck are we paying somebody to mow our grass? Are you that lazy? You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, guys. I need to get a tablet that turns with me. You know, when I move, it moves. But yeah, I got a list of about a mile long, man, of things that I need to do around this house. You know, everybody's always talking about how they want to buy a house instead of renting. I gotta be honest with you, man. I've had 3 houses now. Well, 3 houses and a mobile home. When I first started out, I bought a mobile home. Home ownership is highly overrated. I'm telling you, man, it is. When you get your mortgage bill and you look at that mortgage bill and you just send in almost $1,500 and about 200 of it goes towards the loan, that's depressing, man. I'm telling you what. That's depressing. And yeah, I mean, well, rent right now is, I don't know, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, how's someone supposed to pay rent? You know? Like almost $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment? Who the heck can afford that, man? That's crazy. We've got to get something done about this rent. Although, in this little town that I live in, rent's pretty cheap. But you're not going to get a whole lot, man. There's like one company that takes care of most of the rentals in this town, and they are jerks. I mean, they totally are just total jerks. They don't fix nothing. They'll give you like a 3-day eviction notice, and if you're not out in them 3 days, they'll come and take all your stuff and throw it in the trash and keep what they want to keep. I think half of the stuff they do is not legal, but nobody around here has the money to stand up to them, so everybody just rents their crappy rentals. My son rented a couple of rentals from that company, and they screwed him over real bad. They got to the point where, well, I'll make a long story short. They moved out before the lease was done, and he tried to make a, you know, some kind of a deal with them. Said like, this happened, that happened, you know, we need to move. And she said, yeah, that's fine, go ahead, that's fine, no problem, that's okay. We're gonna keep your deposit, but you go ahead. And then they sent him a bill for like almost $4,000 for not finishing the lease. And like he told me, he said, I'm not in no way paying that $4,000, man, no way. And then he went down to try to rent a washing machine, and they told him, well, you got really bad credit. And they said, what's this bill here, $4,000? And he said, oh, you know, and he explained to him, well, we didn't want to live there no more, this and that. And she said, well, you go pay that $4,000 and we'll rent you a washing machine. So he said, forget the washing machine, man. Hey, dog, you ready to come in? Nope. He's just chilling out over there. He ain't ready to come in yet, guys. So anyways, yeah, man. But that's what's happening. Y'all come on into the living room. I'm gonna drink this last cup of coffee. I put a little creamer in it, so I'll have me a little sugar rush. Oh man, I'm sitting here watching. I don't want to show you what I'm watching because YouTube will give me a stupid copyright for it. Can you believe that? I was doing a live the other day, and I was showing somebody in the UK what wrestling looks like. And, or no, maybe it was another country. Like, I don't know. I can't remember right now. But it was another country. And I was showing them what Friday Night SmackDown was, because they said they didn't know, like they didn't have it in that country. And YouTube gave me a copyright because I was showing them Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, this they have some rules when it comes to doing videos and live streaming. I was doing one live streaming one time, and I had the radio on in the car, and they gave me a copyright because of the songs that were playing on the radio. And then one time I was playing a couple of songs on my guitar, and they gave me a copyright on that. And a little heads up. Oh, same thing with your jokes. Yeah, man. Sometimes people don't have no sense of humor. I was talking about YouTube and their copyrights and everything. Don't ever put any Eagles or Taylor Swift, and there's a couple of other people. You can check it before you put it on, but you'll get a strike. Those people don't want you using their music for nothing. And they've went to court, and they've got it set up to where nobody can copy their music. No cover music, no copy music. I mean, you can do it, right? Just don't put it on YouTube. So, anyways, I should have gave my brand name the YouTube Journey. It's been more of a journey to do the YouTube than anything. All right, y'all. Give me just a second. I gotta get this speaker over here. Go see. Let's go see if my dog's ready to come in. Can y'all see the door from there? All right, I'm gonna keep talking. Y'all just keep looking. Don't be jumping on the door, Frankie. Get in here. You want some water? Come on. Come on. Let's get you some water. I gotta get Frankie some water, guys. I'll be right back. I'm right here, y'all. Come on. Hey, quit doing that. Come here. Come here. Frankie, come here. Come on. You're a goofy dog, man. All right. I gotta get Frankie some medicine, guys. Hang on. Uh-oh, we forgot your medicine. Frankie has problems with itching. He has like food allergies really bad. And then he gets ear infections real easy. And he gets like sores on the back underneath side of his body from having like yeast infection. He gets it like black. So he has to have a half of one of these little pink pills. We get them to him on Saturday and Sunday. And then he has to have this Apoquel, I believe is how you say it, Apoquel for itching. So Frank is an expensive little dog. Then I'd say about every 2 months, I have to take him in to get his hair cut. Around here, it doesn't cost that much. In Colorado, it cost me like $70 every time. Here, it only cost me like 45 or 40, I think. All right, we got that out of the way. So, I like to show a little something that has to do with my guitar stuff every time I do a live deal. So, I wanted to show you what I have here on my keychain. I ordered some picks one time, and they sent this with the picks. See that little pouch? And you open it up and there's picks in there. All right, that's cool, right? So you got that on your keychain. Haha. And you go somewhere and you have your guitar and you're like, oh crap, I forgot my picks. Oh, wait a minute. Haha. And then my wife got me this. She's always getting me little things like this. It says, I pick you. You see that? It's kind of dirty because it's on my keychain, but it says, I pick you. Huh, I can't see that. There you go, right there. And then it's got a little guitar that comes with it. So, yeah. I have little guitar stuff everywhere. Like, see over here on the wall? See that? That guitar is fake. I mean, it's just for decorating. It's just to hang on the wall. What are you doing, Frankie? Quit doing that. Go sit down over there. Here, you want to be on the camera? You wanting some attention or what? Frankie wants some attention. There's Frankie. What are you doing, Frankie? Huh? Say hello to everybody. That's Frankie, guys. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm going to drink the rest of my coffee. That's what I'm going to do. I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. So, my guitar, or my YouTube channel. Oh, boy. Frankie, quit doing that. Go sit down. He's an annoying little dog. So my channel is Guitar Journeys. And the reason I said Guitar Journeys is because, you know, life is a journey, right? From the time you are born to the time you end, right? It's a journey. And same with playing the guitar. From the time you start till the time that you are done, it's a journey. And the other reason is because when my wife retires, we are going to travel around. I don't know how far we're going to go away from home. Hey, could you just sit still for a minute? This dog is going nuts over here, man, scratching and chewing on himself and everything. This is what I'm talking about with his, he's got food allergies. Real bad. No matter what you give him, it don't matter what it is. It makes him itch and scratch and... I don't know, this dog cannot survive in the wild, I can tell you that right now. But, anyways, we plan on traveling around, or I do. My wife just gonna go because I say let's go. I don't think that's her favorite plan, but she's on board with it. She said that'll be fun. How many strikes you have so far? I had one strike. I put Peaceful Easy Feeling. I made a video, Peaceful Easy Feeling, from the Eagles. And I didn't have any idea that I had any strike or anything. And one day I turned on my computer and I went to YouTube Studio. I had the Studio app and it didn't say anything on the app. I don't remember getting an email. I might have. I just didn't pay attention to it. But yeah, I looked on my computer on the YouTube Studio and it said I had a strike. And I said, what the heck is a strike, man? Is that good or bad? You know, I didn't even know what it was. So I got to reading on it and it said if you get 3 strikes within like a certain 90 days, I think, they'll shut your channel off. So I'm assuming that everything that was on your channel will disappear. So yeah, you want to be really careful about those strikes. when you're putting a video on from your computer, I'm not sure about the YouTube Studio app. I wouldn't recommend using that app because it fills your phone up full of, takes all the storage out of your phone. So I wouldn't recommend using that app. But kind of, oh yeah, when you're putting the videos on to YouTube, there's an area right there before you publish it that will check and make sure that it's okay. So make sure when you put a video on that you let it take time to tell you whether it's okay or not. Usually it'll say like the owner allows the content to be used on YouTube. Because that's what I do, man. I play music with the Moises app. And there's other apps out there too. I found one the other day, I think it's called Jam Zone, but it's a lot more, there's a lot more to it than the Moises app. But I put a song, you know, I download a song off of Apple Music or YouTube. I don't know, it's some kind of, let me see. Let me check real quick. Hang on. iTunes. No. Yeah, I think maybe it is iTunes. Yeah. Okay, so I get a song off of iTunes. I download it into my phone. And then I download it into the Moises app. And then I take out almost all of the guitar part. I leave just a little bit of the guitar part in there to give it a fuller sound. If you start taking all of the guitar out of a song, the song starts to sound empty. And the other reason I leave a little bit in there is so I can hear what they're doing. So I can, you know, try to play the same thing they're playing. Frankie, what the hell? Calm down, man. This dog's driving me crazy. I think I'm gonna make him mow the grass. He does act like a goat sometimes. He goes out there and starts eating the grass. I totally forgot what I was saying. Hang on, guys. I gotta text my wife or she'll get mad at me. She's on her lunch right now. My wife has to work. She works Tuesday through Saturday, and then she's off Sunday and Monday. But yeah, so I know I was saying something about Guitar Journey. That's what so my brand name and my YouTube name and all that is Guitar Journeys. And I was talking about how we're going to travel around. And so my idea is, okay, when I go play at the nursing homes, the people love it. I mean, they really, really love it. And they dance around, they tap their feet. There was a woman in the nursing home where my wife works. She was 101 years old. And when I played, I got a Tiger by the Tail by Buck-Ons. I could see her little feet just moving like crazy, you know. I'm over here watching my iPad and playing my guitar, and I could see her feet just going like this, you know, back and forth and up and down. And my wife went over and got her and started dancing with her. And that's the most that old lady moved in probably a couple of years. Oh my God. It was funny. It was hilarious, man. I was sitting there playing my guitar and I was just laughing watching that. But anyways, the old people really like it when I go to play. They like to watch me play the guitar. They like to listen to the music. I pick out music that I think that they're really going to like. They're usually like in between 80 and 90, somewhere in there. And so my thing is, I think I'm going to always do the nursing homes because they like it so much. Oh, hang on. I'll show you, man. Give me a second. I'll show you. Um, Let me finish this real quick. I'll get my guitar and show you. Um, so I think I'm always going to do the nursing homes, right? It's a good way to give back, just kind of like do something really good for society. That's going to be my thing. But when I'm traveling around and yeah, they deserve it, man. You're right. You're right, man. They love it. Here's the thing that let me I get sidetracked real easy. Let me finish saying this. What I want to do is go to and I don't really like driving in big cities. I really don't, especially like an RV. But this is my idea: is to go to places like, okay, let's say for an example, New Orleans. And I don't know if I really want to go down like on the French Quarters. Depends on what time of the day and what time of the year, because we went in October one time and it wasn't too bad. And I definitely could see myself playing on the French Quarter, because there wasn't a whole lot of people and it was during the day. But there's a lot of places like, they have that big steamboat. I could go down there and play by that steamboat. There's just a lot of tourists. And I'm not really looking to make money, I will have out a tip bucket. I will. Because if they're going to give me money, I'm going to take it. There's no doubt about that. But my thing is I just want to make videos and then post it on YouTube and then make money off of YouTube. Okay, let me go get my guitar for you, buddy. I'll show you what I got. This is what I use in the shows. Oh, I got it charging right now. That's okay. All right. I had it downstairs because I was experimenting with pedals. I hooked it up to my. I don't have a pedal board yet, but I have the pedals laid out on this little box that I made. So, anyways, I was experimenting with this guitar, hooking it up to pedals. I tried it one other time, like when I first got the guitar, and I had a really bad experience. But I think what happened is this guitar is kind of like a microphone. When you get it too close to the amplifier, or I don't know. I don't know what it was, if it was like they were too like in row with each other, and or if it was too close. But I kept getting a bunch of feedback. Every time I'd try to play it, I'd get a lot of feedback. So I was telling people that you couldn't hook pedals up to it, which I have to try to get that straight. But okay, so what it is, it's an Acoustasonic, and it's a Jazzmaster. So every time I buy a guitar, it's because I need it for some reason. Okay, so I started out doing the shows. I have a Taylor. It's a cutaway acoustic. And I started out doing that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So I started out using that Taylor acoustic. And I never noticed it, like sitting around the house playing around with it. But when I went to go put on shows with it, it just felt so big. I mean, by the end of the hour, the guitar almost felt like I was holding a small piano or something. It was big, man. Very uncomfortable. And so, okay, then I have a Stratocaster. I tried using my Stratocaster, And I never realized how heavy it is, right? And the back side of the neck has like a heavy lacquer kind of finish, and my hand would sweat, and I'd have troubles moving my hand up and down the neck trying to, play the chords. I even had to put baby powder on my hand, kind of like you do with a pool stick. So, I said, man, I'm just uncomfortable. The Taylor's too big, the Stratocaster, and then I was kind of, I don't know. I don't like the idea of dropping my Stratocaster on cement. Most of these nursing homes you go into, they have like a really hard floor. And sometimes they walk around where you're playing with their walker and everything. One of them bumped the stand when I had my Stratocaster on there, and I just said, man, this just ain't working. So I did some research. I wanted something that was thin. I wanted something that was light, but I kind of wanted a hollow body, like an acoustic. And then I found this. I was kind of Googling around and stuff, and I found the Acoustasonic. And I said, yeah, I think that might work out perfect. And I picked the Jazzmaster because it was the only one that had the humbucker. So they have there's a Stratocaster, Telecaster, and Jazzmaster. And so I went with the Jazzmaster. But it's a really nice little guitar. I like it a lot. And it does hook up to pedals. You just have to be careful what setting you're on. So it has like 5 settings down there, right? When you change this, when you change the switch and you change this, you get a lot of different sounds out of this guitar. And some of the settings on here are better than others when it comes to hooking it up to an amplifier with the pedal board. And you have to be careful like how loud you turn it up, because you do get some feedback on it and it makes some pretty weird sounds. So I'll be honest with you. I thought about taking a couple of pedals and playing. I use a JBL party speaker. I plug my guitar in there, and then I Bluetooth my tablet to the speaker. And then I use the Moises app, and that's how I put on my shows. And I thought about taking some pedals and hooking it up to that speaker, but I don't really know if it'd be worth it. I mean, the more stuff that I have to take in and out of the nursing homes, I just don't know if the sound that I would get would be worth doing that. Yeah, the only one that I was thinking about getting, are you a guitar player? Justin, you play the guitar? There's a couple of pedals that I was thinking about trying to use. Like there's one that's called a chorus pedal. No? Okay. Then you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, there's a foot pedal for the guitar that's called chorus. And what it does is it makes your guitar sound, we'll give you an example. It'll make this 6-string guitar sound like a 12-string guitar. It's a little, like a very slight delay. Trying my best to understand. It's all good, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. But on the chorus pedal, hey, what's going on, Carson? So on the chorus pedal, it gives you a very, very slight delay. Like when you have 12 strings on the guitar, when you hit one string and then the other one is right underneath it, you have a very slight delay, right? That's what gives it that sound. That's what gives a 12-string guitar the sound that it, everyone says, oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, well, the chorus pedal will do that to a 6-string guitar. It'll give it a 12-string sound. So I was thinking about trying that pedal, and then I have a pedal that's called a tremolo, and it gives it like a in and out kind of sound. Like if you listen to Creedence, a lot of Creedence songs, they use a tremolo in their songs, especially Born on the Bayou. Now, when I play that song with my electric guitar, you know, with my pedals, I definitely do turn that on. It's got a cool sound to it, man. Hey, Justin, it's never too late to start learning, man. I will warn you though, if you start playing, I agree with you. Heck yeah, brother. I will warn you though, it's like a drug. You get highly addicted, man. I'm telling you, man. I am like hooked, severely hooked. I got the monkey on my back. Yeah, it's an addiction. It really is. You want to buy more guitars, you want to buy pedals, you want a better amp, you got to have an iPad, you got to have a better strap, you got to have, see these fancy things I got here? That's to take the strap off easy. But yeah, man, I mean, you have to have the nice fancy strap that says Fender. I'll run you about 150. No, I think this one was about 100. But yeah, then you have to have tuners, right? I got 3 or 4 of these. And then one of my pedals is a tuner for the pedal board. In August, I'm going to get my first pedal board in August. That's for my birthday. I could get it right now. I could just order it. But my wife gets a little bit like burned out if I get too much stuff at once. And I just got a new pedal like a couple of weeks ago. So I got to give it a couple of months. And then I can get me a pedal board. What kind of music do you guys listen to? New music, old music, rock music, country music? What do you like? Taylor's on TV. I don't know. She bought her rights back to her music or something. Something like that. She'd be in trouble if it was up to me, man, because I don't dig her music. I don't listen to a whole lot of her music. But every time I do, every song sounds the same. I don't know, just me, right? I know she's got a lot of good talent. And I know she's worth a lot of money. But I don't like her music. It's just not for me. I'm a blues guy. I like blues music. I try to tell people all the time, you know, check it out, see if you like it, give it a try. And now I don't get hardly anybody that says, yeah, man, that's good music. I like it. No. Most people say, no, I either like classic rock or country. I said, well, don't be stuck in one music, man. Have an open mind, you know. Listen to music that you never heard before. Check it out. Just give it a try. And I say, do you like Stevie Ray Vaughan? And they'll say, yeah, man, Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of the best guitar players ever. I said, do you like listening to his music? Yeah, I love it. I said, well, you're listening to the blues. No. Stevie Ray Vaughan plays rock. I said, no, Stevie Ray Vaughan's a blues man. Check it out. I told him, you like Eric Clapton? Yeah, I love Eric Clapton. I said, you're listening to the blues, man. No. Eric Clapton plays rock and roll. Well, he has some rock and roll songs, but he's a blues guy. He plays blues music. That's what he does. That's his thing. Check it out. How about John Mayer? You like John Mayer? Yeah. There you go. You're listening to the blues. So anyways, I think the genre of blues is something you have to be introduced to. So let me introduce you guys to the blues, man. What's your favorite song? I get asked that a lot. I really do. And I don't think that it's possible to have a favorite song. I really don't. I don't even really think it's possible to have a favorite group. Ooh. My favorite song. Wow. I don't know, man. I mean, there's just too many of them. I am a big Lynyrd Skynyrd fan. And the very first song that really caught my ear that I said, wow, what is making that sound? I want to do that. Was Sweet Home Alabama. I'm not saying that's my favorite song, but that's really the first song when I was a kid that really got my brain to going about, man, I want to play the guitar. My favorite guitar player right now, I would say my all-time favorite is Eric Clapton, and he's got way too many songs to say like that's my favorite song. But so Eric Clapton, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and there's a heavyset black guy, Kingfish. Those three right there, I got my eye on, and I listen to their music a lot, and I watch their videos a lot. And for the next 3 years, I'm going to study those three guys. If I could be this much as good as Kenny Wayne Shepherd, I'd be fantastic. I honestly think, I can't say it for sure like he's the best guitar player right now, but he's definitely at the top. Check him out if you've never listened to Kenny Wayne Shepherd. If you want to really be impressed, go watch a video of him playing Voodoo Child. Man, I'll tell you what, if you want to watch somebody that has mastered the guitar, it's amazing to watch that guy play. But what is your favorite, Justin? What kind of music do you like? I love playing me some guitar, guys. Where are you from, man? Where you from, Justin? That was the thing that got me going, man. What country in Eastern? No shit. That's a long, that's a long ways away, man. Wow. I'm gonna look that up. Hang on. My wife said, sorry, I was eating pizza. I was stuffing my face. That sounds about right. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, man. I'm gonna look that up later. That is crazy. So just to let you know, Justin, I do a live Wednesday night at 7, Friday night at 7, and Saturday morning at 11. I had to make it I had to make it kind of rhyme, right? 7, 7, 11. All right. And then I just do live like during the week. I don't know, man. If I just feel like I'm trying to get 4,000 watch hours so that I can get monetized on YouTube. And right now I have 426 hours. And I've been at it for about a year and a half. So I got to do something different, man. I don't know what, but I got to do something. I was thinking about just setting it on, turning the camera on and just let it roll, man. Just let it go for like the whole day. You know, I'll put it out there on the porch while I'm mowing the grass. I'll put it up there when I'm like painting. Do you know who Stevie Ray Vaughan is? Ah, cool, man. I'll be your uncle, brother. I'll be your uncle. Frankie's medicine kicked in, man. See, I gave him that medicine to get him like to quit itching. Look, check him out. It crashed him out. He's out for a while. It's a hyper dog, man. I tell you, I would not recommend getting a Oh, you don't know who Stevie Ray Vaughan is? Oh shit. Oh man. You gotta go check out Stevie Ray Vaughan. Go watch some YouTube videos of Stevie Ray Vaughan and Kenny Wayne Shepherd. You are gonna be wanting to play guitar when you get done watching those guys. They make playing a guitar look magical. Those are two of the best there ever will be. Stevie Ray Vaughan plays super fast. That's kind of was his thing, man. That's what made him so, I mean, it's hard to do his music because it's so fast. right, man. That sounds good. I'm just going to do a few more minutes. I got to go out there and mow that grass. I have my yard like pretty little. We put a bunch of... This is your house? Yeah, that's my house, man. Hey, what's going on, buddy? You guys are back. This is your house? Yeah. Yeah, this is my house, man. You like it? It's pretty jamming, huh? Yeah, when we went house looking, I wanted something old. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted kind of an older house that had like a lot of character. I've been in a lot of newer houses, and we had a house that was pretty new in Colorado. And I don't know, man, it's just a plain house, you know? It's like everyone else's house. So I wanted something that kind of had like, you know, character, a little different. And it's kind of crazy, man, because I asked my wife, I said, what kind of floor would you like, you know, in your house? And she said, I'd like to have a hardwood floor, except for the kitchen and the bathroom. I'd like to have ceramic tile. And I said, oh, that sounds good. And she said, what about you? What are you looking for in a house? And I said, well, I'd like to have a nice front porch, and I'd like to have an unfinished basement. So I could do what I want to down there. You know, if it's finished, then I don't know. I think if the unfinished, for me, the unfinished basement is better. Yeah, you're right, man. It has a cozy feeling. But the problem with having an older house is that there's always something you have to work on, man, all the time. We all need a man cave, yeah. Yeah, my downstairs, well, you can't really finish it. If you wanted to, you couldn't, because the walls leak. When it rains a lot, you get water coming in through the walls. Excuse me, guys. It's not a lot of water, but it's enough that it would really mess things up. If you had insulation or sheetrock, it'd mess things up real bad. It wouldn't be good in a few years. But one side of it is my wife's sewing room. The other side of it is my guitar room. And then I built like a storm shelter because we get tornadoes out here. So it's a closet and a pantry, but it's also a storm shelter. So yeah, it's really nice. I mean, my wife's went in there a couple of times for the storm. When the tornado siren goes off, she's out of here, man. She goes downstairs like right away, which is pretty smart. We had a tornado last year about a mile from our house. And wow, man. A mile away, and it was crazy. I told her, she went downstairs, and I told her I'm going to wait until I see trees flying or houses. When I see stuff flying in the air, then I'm going to go down there. But the wind was blowing so hard that I couldn't open the front door. That's how hard it was. And it was scary, man. It pounded our house, man, good. And the wind was blowing probably 60 miles, 70 miles an hour at least. It didn't last very long. Maybe 20 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then it stopped. But man, it was crazy for a little while. I got a new roof out of it because it pounded so many roofs around here that everybody was filing a claim. And I said, why not? Must be hell of a view. Oh, it was insane, man. It was definitely, it did a lot of damage around here. There was a couple of towns that it actually hit, like the town, where it did destroy houses. So we were really lucky that it didn't come all the way, you know, into this town, because it would have been, I mean, just like last week, a tornado hit a couple of towns in Kansas where it just wiped out the whole town. There wasn't hardly any building standing when they were, when the tornado was gone. There was, the only buildings that were standing were like downtown, but a couple of houses, you know, but mostly everything was gone. It just wipes it out. It tears the trees all up. The only thing that's left of the trees is just like, you know, some about 10 or 15 feet sticking up in the air. The rest is gone. The tornado just wipes them out, man, like a big weed eater. I had to be laughing because that crap ain't no fun, man. But I already got it planned out, man. If the tornado comes, I'm grabbing the minis, guitars. I got 3 guitars upstairs. I'm going to grab my guitars and go downstairs. And then if the tornado hits this house and we survive it, I'm out of here. I'm going to take the money the insurance gives me, and I'm going to go find a place somewhere else. All right, guys. Do you guys have tornadoes over there? I know. I asked this guy in the UK, Mr. AK Bad. Okay, Bad. Everyone will call you Bad. Not really? Okay. Hey, Josh, what's going on, dude? What you doing, man? You playing guitar today? This guy Josh, man, he's a classic guitar player. Plays like fingerstyle, and man, this guy's good. He's so good he went to the White House. Played for the president, Mr. Obama, the best president this country's ever had. Nobody wants to say Obama was the best president because he was half black. But you don't get no whiter than that. I mean, as far as a black person, you don't get no whiter than that, man. Ah, okay, cool, man. I gotta go mow the grass. Okay. Yeah, you know, I grew up in Kansas. And I've been real lucky so far. The little town that I grew up in, Kansas, never got hit by a tornado. It did hit that very edge one time and tore up some, where they parked the buses, the school buses. It tore the roof off of part of the roof. And I think it might have turned over a bus or something. But I was a kid, so I'm not real sure. I do know that it did hit the corner of the town. I do know that. And we're constantly having to go downstairs because the tornado sirens were going off. But yeah, I've been pretty lucky, man. The only time I actually seen a tornado is when I lived in Kansas. I went to Colorado to stay with my cousin's grandparents. They lived out in the country in Colorado, and they had a ranch. And we went out there, and we were riding around in a little dune buggy, and we seen a tornado. That's the only time I seen a tornado. And I grew up in Kansas. So I've been lucky. I mean, people want to go out and find these tornadoes and record it. Not me, man. I don't have no desire to do that. I've seen what the tornadoes do. I see what they look like. Mainly I seen it on TV. And mainly I seen it like, well, just when I seen that tornado in Colorado, that was scary, man. I thought I was back in the Wizard of Oz. That tornado was going, man. It was tearing some crap up, too. We just headed home, back to their house as fast as we could in that little dune buggy. And we went flying up to the house, and we all went running in and down into the storm shelter. And the tornado went past. It didn't do no damage. I think it did a little damage to, like, some fences. But not to the house. So, yeah. All right, man. As much as I hate to, I got to go mow that yard. And I need to get me a little bite to eat before I go out there. I need some energy. Yeah. So, thanks for coming and joining me, guys. Justin and Josh, and let's see this other guy. I don't know if he's still in here or not. Oh yeah, Mr. Bad. Y'all check me out on Wednesday night, okay? I'm trying to get a group of guys or a group of people, especially like people that really like music, people that can't get enough music, people that have the same guitar addiction that I have. I'm trying to get a group of people where we can all talk about our guitars or whatever instrument they're playing. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to get there, but it's going to take a while for people to get, to find me and to want to join in and have conversations about our guitars. Excuse me, guys. I keep doing that. I have this problem with my throat. I think I've mentioned that before, but I have a problem with my throat whenever I start talking a lot. It starts doing that. And I think it's got something to do with stuff that I eat. Like maybe it's gluten, or maybe like, I don't know. I don't eat a lot of dairy. It's something that I eat, though. It does something to my throat. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming and saying hi. Josh, I was going to ask you a question, but I kind of forgot what question I was going to ask you. I do like your guitars, though, man. I was checking out some of your videos. You got some real nice guitars. But I'm going to get going, guys, because the day's getting away from me. It's already 1 o'clock, and I got to go mow the grass. I don't want to mow the grass, but too bad grass don't mow itself, right? I get a couple of goats out there. All right, y'all. I'm going to take off. Hey, Josh. See you later, bud. Take care, man. Go play you some guitar. All right. Play some blues, buddy. Hey, Justin, go check out Stevie Ray Vaughan and Kenny Wayne Shepherd. That's your homework. You're going to like it, man. Trust me. All right, later, guys.